Chapter 2. Words and Testament to my nigger son. My dear nigger son in hope, I have spoken of their words which do not apply to you. It behooves me now that I should give you some words which are or will become vital to your peculiar existence. Whereas at first words that I give you might evoke humor or jest, remember this is simply because the first words that you learned were theirs. These which I leave you are in direct contrast, but they are black words. The ones you have been taught are white, but remember the ones that I list are yours alone. It is part of the heritage that I leave you and your children. I beseech you, my nigger son, study them well and their meanings, just as you have attended and tried to find your meanings in the sounds of the alabaster tongue. You can add to the list as you grow older and begin to discover more of what you really are. I have only commenced the dictionary for you. Remember that in words lie many secrets. It is possible that the secret of God lies in words and the arrangement of words. Try using the words that I leave you here. Learn well their definitions. You will find that as you master them as well as their meanings, they will not only become precious to you, but you will develop a sense of comfort and spiritual security, the likes of which you have never known before. To the extent that you reject these words and their definitions is the very marked degree to which you have already been brainwashed. I adjure you to accept this fact. If you do not, I simply lose you to the speed and power of the alabaster process of which now I write to impede or destroy completely. The first dictionary of nigger words. A nigger is a nigger by any name. A gray. It's a noun. A nigger name reserved for police or law enforcement officers, plural, the Greys. Alabaster peers. A noun. Pertaining to the aspect of Caucasian power structure, administrators, philosophers, government officials, social organizers, and theologians who exemplify and dictate what niggers live up to, emulate, and worship. Synonym: Mr. Charlie, Miss Ann, the Great White Father, the Man, the People, White Boss. Black kind, a noun, pertaining to persons with sufficient nigger ancestry to be classified as niggers or Afro-Americans or Negroes, a Nigerian descendant of American slaves, inhabitants of the North and South American continents. Blue boy, a noun, synonym for a nigger male. Cannibal, a noun, pertaining to a male or female who practices cannibalism. Synonym: a gulper, a cocksucker, a gash eater, joint copper, dick licker, pussy eater. Cannibalism, a noun, pertaining to the male or female practice of giving and receiving sexual gratification by applying the mouth and tongue to the genital areas of a partner in love making. Synonyms: gulping, cock-sucking, and cunt-sucking, gash-eating, joint-copping, dick-licking, pussy-eating. Cold, a noun, unreceptive, unfeeling, a shitty attitude, action or reaction of a person or situation. Common bred outcast, a noun, pertaining to the underprivileged nigger Americans. Group 3 of the nigger American social group. Coniggerating, the verb and the adjective, the process of expressing love and concern in relationships with niggers or niggers. Coniggeration, a noun, the act of coniggerating. Conigrate, a noun and an adjective, Caucasian or nigger who is sincere in love with, Caucasian or nigger who is sincere in love in relationships with a nigger. Synonym: coniggerator. Cool, a noun and a verb, in control, wise, aloof, detached, a state of being in admirable possession of one's wits and emotion. Creole, a noun word of American controversy, originally a description of the offspring extension of French or Spanish admixture with native or black or nigger. The corrupted and altered American meaning of Creole would have it as an offspring and extension of French and Spanish admixture descendants of Louisiana settlers. Note: this belies the literal description of Creole, as still recognized in the West Indies and Spanish America, an extension of a native of any color, but not of indigenous blood, since the presence of negrite or nigger blood carries stigma or racial classification of Negro in America. The meaning has been altered in English-speaking dictionaries and encyclopedias of today, and has Creole allude to white ancestry exclusively. Creoles, a noun, plural, pertaining to Group 1 of the Nigger American social group. Cruising, a verb, the practice of extending a verbal or subtle invitation for intimacy with a member of the opposite or same sex. Devious suggestion or promise of intimacy from a faggot, lesbian, or prostitute, in exchange of flirtations and willingness for copulations between a Caucasian and a nigger. Synonym: flagging, making, hitting. Dig, verb, to comprehend, understand well, be wise. Down home, a noun and an adverb. Distinctly pertaining to the southern part of the United States, to describe a native of any area below the Mason-Dixon line. Also an adjective, used to describe something as being satisfying, wonderful, or comfortable for niggers. Foreign, a noun and an adjective, pertaining to unnatural sex practices. Synonym: way out. Foreigner, a noun, a male or female who specializes in the favors of unnatural sex acts. Synonym: strangers. Faggot, dyke, butch, lesbian, les, faggot, fairy, queen. Gray boy, a noun, a Nigeric name for a Caucasian male. Synonym: whitey. Hokkajin, a noun and adjective, an Oriental, Japanese, Chinese, East Indian who loves, marries, lives with or cohabits with a nigrate or nigger. Integrating, the process of integration. Integration, a noun. That was a verb. Integration, a noun. A Negro aim of being accepted and assimilated into a white or Caucasian community through the process of besiegement, protest, and legislation. A process employed by the black kind to disappear into a Caucasian society, despite admitted physical, mental, and spiritual differences among people. Integrationist, a noun. A Caucasian or a black kind who champions and supports the causes and ends of integration as the ultimate ideal, one who believes in integration. Jody, a noun. A nigger coxman who specializes in seducing the wives, daughters, and mothers of Caucasians. Jody is a contraction of Joe the Grinder, sweet spot finder, whose balls weighed 44 pounds, whose penis was gigantic. His occupation was wood chopping for southern white women during the absence of their husband. As the legend would have it, Jody was the original nigger in the woodpile, who was discovered by a white husband one day, after having seduced both the wife and daughter. He was killed and went to hell. There he grabbed the devil and screwed him so well that saints sent him back to roam the earth forever, since heaven certainly wouldn't have him. Today he comes and injects his spirit and prowess and to selected niggard males to fulfill the purposes that he lived and died for. Kinkind, a noun, and an adjective. One whom a nigger feels as just and kindly to a niggard or nigger. Cold kind, noun, and adjective. One who is unfeeling toward or hates a niggard. Generally used in description of a Caucasian who is harsh and unjust to a niggard. Putamaker, a noun and an adjective. One of Mexican or Spanish descent who loves, marries, or cohabits with a niggard or nigger. Motherfucker, a noun, an adjective, and an adverb. The nigger's only actual contribution to the American Caucasian language, originally conceived to describe the white man's crimes against slave mothers, a term which described the nigger who unconsciously, unknowingly committed the crime of Oedipus, originally a derogatory term, presently used as a term of either admiration or disgust, depending on the moment and the emotional or intellectual point of view when written or vocalized. Plural, motherfuckers. Considered in extremely bad taste by Caucasians and the niggeroos. Negro, a noun and adjective. A vulgar but accepted description of a niggard or nigger, referring to an American nigger or of decency and status, a white nigger, or a brainwashed black who would be a Caucasian if possible. A nigger who desires to be and would believe himself a social factor in the modern American complex. Plural, Negro, synonym, Afro-American, colored person. Nigeria, a noun. One of the original nigger settlements of Africa, identified now as a republic on behalf of the Caucasian Christian commercial industrial interest. Nigerian, a noun and an adjective, pertaining to Nigeria, a native of Nigeria. Nigger, a noun and adjective, same as niggard, used by American Caucasian and so-called Negroes to refer to a person of low degree or class. Niggeramer, a noun, a niggard pimp who specializes solely in white prostitutes, a nigger who lives with or sells the services and bodies of white females or white males, a nigger who sleeps exclusively with white females or white males. Synonym, bull, book, or boar. Niggerance, a noun. Ignorance of niggerology, niggerism, and niggermantics. Pretense of not understanding the meaning of niggerlastics. Professing not to be a nigger, embracing the doctrines of black nationalists, Zen Buddhists, Orthodox Jews, yogis, black Muslims, or others alien to the distinction of nigger or niggard. Niggerate, a noun. One who hates niggers, usually the Caucasian, but also some among colored peoples. Verb, the act of hating niggers. Niggerator, a noun. A Caucasian who despises, hates, rejects the aspirations and efforts of a niggard. A nigger who despises himself and hates those who resemble him in features and or color. Niggeray, a noun. A Caucasian with a sincere desire to live and be as or among the niggards. One who loves and professes love for a niggerine or niggerine. Niggerine, a female American nigger. Niggeretta, a noun. And the other one was a noun too. The female counterpart of a niggeramer who sleeps and copulates exclusively with Caucasians. slighting the males of her own race. Synonym: pig, sow, cow. Niggerification, a noun. Process of thinking or being black physically, mentally, and spiritually. Rare today. Generally discouraged among colored peoples, especially in America. A process popular among Caucasians. Commercially exploited with powders, creams, lotions, electrical sun lamps, and practices of open-air nudity in order to become darkened. Niggerilene, a noun and an adjective, pertaining to pure black qualities as aniline black. Niggerescent, a noun and a verb, the process of becoming black as to taste, smell, and appearance. Niggerism, a noun, pertaining to the philosophy of niggers or nigrets, quotations and utterance, particularly to niggers. Plural, niggerism. Niggeristic, a noun, a nigger who embraces and worships the doctrines of a Judeo-Christian deity. A nigger preacher, priest, nun, church official, or Christianity. Plural, niggeristics. Also adjective, pertaining to Negroes and Negroism. Nigger is an adjective, pertaining to the characteristics of blackness and niggers. Niggerlastic, a noun, an adjective. Knowledgeable, sincere, earnest in understanding of relationships, problems, and philosophies of niggers. Niggermantic, a noun. A nigger who is obsessed with love and dedication for American history and culture. Plural, niggermantics. Nigger off, a noun and an adjective. A place of business, establishment, or facility which discourages, does not admit, insults the attendance or presence of a nigger. Niggerologist, a noun. One who has mastered the science of or study of niggers or nigrets. Niggerology, a noun. The study or the science of being niggers. Niggeron, a male American nigger. Niggeroon, a noun. A nigger or nigger male who is passing for white. A niggeroonie, a noun. A nigger or nigger female who is passing for white. Niggerite, a noun. A form of propaganda prepared and delivered to niggers or a contingent of the nigrate community. A form of questionable or insincere praise bestowed upon a nigrate or a group of niggers, drawing a historical parallel between nigger problems and the problems of the Jews, seeing oneself not as a nigger but simply as a human being. Synonym: bullshit, bullcorn, hogwash. Niggerphile, a noun, or niggerphily. One who worships blackness exclusively, one who loves niggers. Niggerphilia, a noun, the exclusive love or worship of blackness and niggers. Niggerphobia, a noun, intense hate and or fear of the nigger or nigrate, fear of nigger qualities. Nigger progressives, a noun, pertaining to the intellectual or educated aspects of a nigger American social group. Group 2 of the nigger American social order. Niggersome, a noun, appealing, attractive to nigrates' taste as color, soul food, dress, language, and philosophy. Niggerteen, a noun, a white female hustler, whore, prostitute who favors a nigrate or nigger as her pimp. Niggeroo, a noun, a nigger who despises himself and others like him in physical appearance and color. One who aspires to be a Caucasian. One who embraces the title Negro. The mispronunciation of the original is Negro, or plural, niggeroos. niggeroop, a noun. A nigger who is a tool for whites, who quotes white words as authority. Those who serve as peacemaker, negotiator between the white power structure and the nigger aspects of a community. One who quotes white man's philosophy and justifies it, pleading for nigger understanding of a Caucasian cause. One who believes and would have others believe that the Caucasian is as bad off as nigger physically, mentally, spiritually, and well-meaning nigger in the Caucasian cause. One who carries the Caucasian version of a message or sermon to make it applicable to the nigger. Synonym: Uncle Tom, Uncle Moses, Elder Whitehead, Deacon Jones, Aunt Lucy, Aunt Sally, Mammy Lou. Niggerwit, a noun, pertaining to a deceitful Caucasian who prides himself on his personal good will and misunderstanding of the niggers that he meets and claims to know, also shrewd aspects of a nigger. Nigger guard, a noun, awareness, pride, and niggerness. Niggertude, a noun, the condition of being black. The verb, niggertuding. Niger, a noun, a black descendant born and bred in the United States. Plural, niggers. A synonym, nigger. Nigger, niggeration, a noun pertaining to a district or a territory of Middle Africa. Also pure-blood African nigger. Shitty, an adjective, pertaining to an unpleasant reception, attitude, and or treatment of one person to another. Spook, a noun, a common name for a nigger or nigger, originally a nigger word referring to white people. Unass, a verb, to surrender or give up something, to remove one's presence from a scene or place. Unasked, unassing, unasked. Wipe out, a state of being, and that's a noun, a state of being exhausted, unconscious, or unaware because of indulgence in liquor, drugs, or sex. Synonym, turned out or wasted. So my nigger son, I have made the feeble and sincere attempt to begin your dictionary of nigger American words. Perhaps you or some other who come after will improve, add to, and complete this particular language, so that even the alabasters in whose midst we live might more fully understand us. Remember, this is exactly the way that their languages began, when someone amongst them began scribbling the interpretation of their meanings on the walls of caves. Thank you. And remember, some of these words that I said, I probably didn't pronounce them right. So if you really want to know what the word is or how to pronounce it or the meaning, just find this book, The Nigger Bible, by Robert H. DeCoy.